Hello everybody, my name is Lepter1 and I'm here to give you the new coverage of the Polycount update for the Spy. Now, if you want to wear everything together that the Spy now has received, you will have to have the familiar fez, which is the hat, but I obviously don't have that. Well, I don't have that. I haven't received that yet. You will need the L'Étranger, or I believe that's what it's called. And you will need your eternal reward, which basically gives you a backstab and immediately cloaks you as the person, such as here. And here it removes the cloak, but this medic actually didn't see me stab him. You just saw his teammate disappear and me take his place. So then I'm able to take away his crits. I believe it was a crit or an uber. I'm not sure how to differentiate those. And you immediately take upon the disguise of your enemy, of the enemy you just backstabbed. Now there are some limitations. You can't disguise as the enemy team when you have the eternal reward on, but you will receive the disguise, like I said, of the last enemy you shot. So that's very good, and it's very it's a lot of, it gives you you need to mesh in a lot of tactics that you learned with the previous Spy. So for example, taking the Invisawatch, you might need that to get behind enemy lines, but once you're there, you don't really have a chance to, they'll still be alert for you as a spy. So what I did is, my opinion on using your eternal reward is you should really go with the cloak and dagger, especially if you have the what's it called, the L'Étranger, because you can easily replenish your cloak. But here, it was just a stupid mistake. That's just one of the problems I have. I decloaked too close. If I had the familiar fez, my decloak volume would have gone way down, and I would have been able to escape much more easily. Now, I've been spending so much time trying to get this perfect video for everybody to watch and understand the new Spy update with the Polycount pack that opened up. So basically, I get a few excellent chain stabs here. Well, they're not excellent, but basically, as you see, I immediately take upon the, oh, look at his eyes right there. I immediately take upon the soldier's disguise. However, the second I try and stab that heavy in the back, I lose the disguise. Now, I did find one glitch, and when I see it, I'll tell you when it happens. But look at this pyro evasion right here, and then I just come around and get him again. And see, I do manage to get this medic. Now they're not suspecting of me, but I do lose my disguise there because I accidentally stabbed and I wasn't thinking that through. And actually, I come back here twice or three times, twice I believe, and each time I'm calling for medic, and they get me right before I get to that medic pack, or almost. And here I was so proud of myself when I saw that pyro, and face stab for the win. I was so happy. Oh my god. And actually, I was talking to IR Sniper. We are both in this game, as well as my buddy Spunky. We're all going to be working towards the new updates and all that awesomeness. And here, look, the disguises, you really have to pass off a lot better, because you lose the disguise. If you miss, you really have to worry about what you're doing. So I do manage to get them, but again, the scouts will see that the spy that just stabbed your teammate in the back, they will see you running towards them. They will see the stab animation. However, they will just see the spy disappear and completely identically, like in the same exact spot, take the place. I don't know why I went that way. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. For some reason, I thought that I was locked in or something, so pardon me here. But yes, they will see you in the exact same place take the spot of the enemy that you just backstabbed. So if they're paying attention, they will notice that a spy just disappeared, as well as, if they're even better, actually no, I'm sorry, in the kill feed you will not appear as your teammate having been killed. So this is actually perfect for chain stabs because of three reasons. First of all, you take on the disguise that like I was talking about, you take it on immediately. So if there's anybody running behind you, they'll think that you might have just died with the shots they just shot at you. But if they don't, if there's nobody there, you'll be flawless if they turn around, if somebody turns around at the next second and they don't notice you. And they see you, but you'll be obviously the spy, the person you just disguised as. So as you can see here, this pyro won't expect anybody else except for a demo man to be behind him. Even though I'm wary, because he's a pyro, when he does look at me right here, I believe he saw me. He won't necessarily go for me because he expects me to be there. The second reason why this update is excellent for chain stabs is the fact that the stab actually is silent, so nobody hears their teammate die. And so basically, if before the other team can be very attentive and actually know when their teammates are being stabbed in the back behind them. So if they're wary enough, they'll be, oh, look at that fail. If they're wary enough, they'll be alert enough. I believe my buddy IR Sniper gets a sick kill right here, right after a ribosome dies. So let's check it out. Look at this. He runs right across the screen. Woo, strafe. Right before that medipack. Alright, so let me continue. The third best, I almost went that way. The third perk that you get with your eternal reward when you stab in chain stabs, what it's perfect for is actually the fact that it doesn't appear in the kill feed that their team died. And so how I see and my whole team sees that I stabbed that sniper, you won't necessarily be able to, the other team won't see it at all, having that teammate has been stabbed. So personally, I believe this update to be very, very good for the spy as well. My initial concerns were with that basically you lost the ability to cloak. You now can't. You lost the ability to disguise. Pardon me, and there's no fixing that. I mean, you're stuck basically. And you can't go for NG buildings as easily, so you gotta wait for them to be wrangled. And even back there, I knew I wasn't gonna make this. I'm sorry. So there's a bunch of perks that are really good for it. So now that I'm done talking about your eternal reward, which does the same base, like same regular, same as everything. You craft it with a cloak and dagger with reclaimed metal. I'm sorry about that, but let me talk about the L'Étranger really quick. I find it to be very good with the Cloak and Dagger as well as the Dead Ringer, because you can replenish your cloak much more easily if you need to, by taking just a few quick shots at the enemy team and then quickly cloaking again. So what it does, you do trade, however, you trade the fact that you can add 15% to your cloak on the hit with less 20% less damage being done. So that is very good. And as I've said, when the whole set is worn, you have reduced cloak sound, but 0.5 second longer blink time when you do cloak. So we're wrapping up here, and I do manage to get this heavy, I believe. Yep, and as a heavy, I couldn't catch that soldier, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. IR Sniper and myself, as well as Spunky, who will be contributing a scout video, I believe. We will be providing a full coverage of the Polycount update, so stay tuned, and thank you for watching. Bye, guys.